Place falls apart. The kids go crazy and...
No. I'm late, and you just have to do what I do.
So it wouldn't be real if he didn't name it, you know? Maybe.
Play Charlotte and take this out to Peyton.
Well, first of all, we have open auditions. So we cast all kinds of people. And the way that sort of tips the balance is the more training you have, the more likely it is that you're going to be cast in a show. Because we now know that there are certain things you know, certain vocabulary you know, certain skills that you have. And we tend to choose, as I said, we tend to choose the shows around the skill levels of the students that we have here.
This is my body, Tom. It is in my body.
Your hands are dirty. So what?
And if this is the first time he's ever yelled at her like this, that they've ever had a fight like this, make that choice as actors. Because that's going to give you a lot more to work with. And you can counter even a little bit more that way.
And why do you say I chose this?
So why do you say that? When I say this line, what happens?
I might make one wrong move and that'll be it. That I won't be coming home at the end of the day. That I won't get to see you or the kids ever again just because I made...
Good, let's change that up. So when you have a move to do something, you have an impulse to move. So it's like, I'll make dinner. The line stops you. You see how far I made it? I can't do this. I can't go. Yeah, it's fine, dinner. I can't because the macaroni's gone. I'm at the store now. Bye. Bye. Right? The impulse to move is there. Or the impulse 1-2 is there. But don't let the impulse go.
Catherine?
Yes.
Mrs. Catherine Wolfe Donahue?
Yes. At work, they gave us a test. They had us breathe into a machine.
But maybe you're not cut out for this work. Maybe you're not as strong
How can you say that? I'm a good worker.
Good, so here's what I want you to do. There's 6 actors in this show. We've got 3 stage managers. We've got a lighting designer, a set designer / TD, which is Professor Hardy. We have a student sound designer. We have a student costumer on this, so we need to buy or make all of the costumes for this, and since this is a period piece and then set in the 1920s, we have to find just the right stuff for that. We got to get props, although this is not a very heavy prop show. So all kinds of things to be done.
Hello, my name is Claude Hardy. I'm an associate professor here at Pellissippi State, and I'm the set designer and technical director for These Shining Lives. This set here, as you can see, is two different platforms that are the same shape, rounded in the front. And then we have a step-up platform in the back there in the middle. And then we have a nice graded ramp. This set was supposed to be simplistic, but also the director, Charles Milner, wanted to have the transitions between scenes be like super fast. So they're in one scene, and then they might be able to move a prop, and bam, lights change, you're in a new scene. So we wanted to have something that was compact, but then also able to be flexible with the myriad of scenes that we have. It's all going to be painted black, and then we're going to have a fair amount of projection stuff and lighting effects that's going to help tell the story as well. That's all.
You take all the time you need.
That day we walked down Michigan Avenue. We turned and headed toward the lake. We walked to the pier. We walked past it. We sat on the beach. Favorite spot.
Do you remember the last time we were here?
Okay, actors, we're going to move forward a little bit further in the scene.
I'm Bill Miller. I'm the lighting designer, and I'm a graduate student at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, pursuing my MFA in lighting design. And so I've primarily focused on the lighting aspect, but working with Claude on, what the world was in terms of what the set was going to be, and then what projections were going to be, so how we were going to generate that content, and then talking with Charles about our overall feel and mood of the play. Most of the lights are LEDs, so we have the ability to change color on most of the units without having to add gel, which is really nice. So I can, at the board, change the color like that. We've added a lot of positions for the show primarily the booms, which are used fairly heavily because we have a lot of side light. And
what we're dealing with right now is we've got a star drop and we've got a mid-stage traveler and we've got an electric that are all about 4 inches apart from each other, and at a certain point they all need to like come in together, and we're having a huge problem with that. So that's what we're dealing with over here, trying to figure that out. So.
Is it a head on the back side?
Hi, I'm Ben Prager. I am the costume designer for the Pellissippi's production of These Shining Lives this semester, and I'm going to walk you through a little bit about these costumes. So the show spans 1922 to 1938 with lots of quick changes in that time, so we jump a lot. So when it came to designing the show, I decided to simplify it and really do it in 2 sets. So each actor has 2 costumes, one for the 1920s and one for the 1930s. So our lead, Catherine, she is a mother, but she's also this really cool and hip and fun woman who is super playful. So it was really fun to design someone who really spanned a lot, and she's on stage 95% of the show. I think she's off stage for 2 minutes in the whole show. So we really had to be simple, and I'm actually sewing her last costume today. Then we have Charlotte, who she's the Hollywood starlet who is just a brilliant, brilliant character. So when it came to picking her colors, I want to do something bright and contrasting. So where all the women have complementing colors, Charlotte has blue and orange to keep her very eccentric. She actually gets to wear a swimsuit in the show, which is really, really fun to create a period swimsuit. Now, here we are in the men's dressing room where we have our costume for our men. And this show only has 2 men. It has 6 actors in it, 4 women and 2 men. And the men are the boss, Mr. Reed, and the husband, Tom. Tom is Catherine's husband, and he is a steel beam worker. So he gets to be a little rugged and a little handsome, but this style of the show is very impressionistic. So these men play lots of different characters as well as their main roles. So it's lots of fun to have all of these characters have quick things that they need to change to create a completely different story for the audience. So when he plays the radio announcer, he just puts on this coat, and that's the only change that he has time for. So it's really cool to do what you can as a designer to help articulate a story to an audience, as simple and as quickly as you can. It's lots of fun.
I can't sleep. I can't.
Nerves. Sounds like a classic case of nerves.
Nerves? Nerves. You said I had a case of nerves. You're the one who's got nerves.
I don't do a lot of, hey, come see the show kind of stuff, even though, you know, I should. But I think this particular show, I really want people to see, because I think it's a really good show by itself before, you know, as it's written on the page. But I think the students right now are kind of knocking it out of the park.
At the edge of
I
the
should be
wall,
addicted to drugs.
Lucky me, they're still believing it all after all this.
A million clocks stopped in the city. Watches closed their eyes, their hands folded, their faces slept. Next to mine, the faces of everyone I love. Faces of my friends.
Charlotte Purcell.
Frances O'Connell. Pearl Payne. Of the other women who worked so well. Inez Villat. Marguerite Lacin.
Helen Munch.
Their beautiful bodies. Mary Tonielli.
Olive Witt.
Sadie Pray. And any mercy they were shown.
Mary Ellen Cruz.
Margaret Looney. Mary Robinson. And so many more. All looking back at me. For that moment, while time turned its face. We were all there. And we were shining